Hey friends, today we're at Haycamp Brewing, downtown Rapid City with Carl, who is the founder and the owner here. Thanks for joining us today.
You bet.
So talk a little bit about your establishment.
Well, Haycamp opened in late 2013. We originally were on 2nd and Main Street. Many people know us from there. I think you visit us there.
Yes.
And then we moved down here to 6th and Kansas City Street in 2016 and opened this much larger facility that is really geared towards events and getting people together to hang out. In an easy way to understand, we have 3 main spaces. We have the tavern, which we're sitting in right now, which is the largest space and just sort of the public gathering space for having beers, as well as food when there's food trucks here. Then we have 2 private event spaces. One of them is the Commons, which is our windowed room right out front. Many people have seen that one, great lighting. And then we have a much larger event room that we call it, and we have concerts back there, up 300 people or so, and we can also do weddings, graduations, just a whole host of things that people want to get together for and celebrate with beer.
Okay, so essentially people can rent the spaces.
Correct.
Okay. And yes, talk about your brewing.
Well, with the brewing, we were started on a very small system over at the old location, and we moved up to a 7-barrel steam-powered brew house here now. So quite a bit more. I think we're 4 times as much output as we had there. And we've also started doing a little bit of distribution. Our manager, Ben Peck, you'll see him around downtown Rapid City and anywhere from Spearfish to Custer's where we distribute beer, and we do all of our own self-distribution. So if you see Haycamp somewhere, it's us giving that service to those people, so support local all the way down the chain.
Nice. Yeah, talk about how you came up with the name, Haycamp.
The story for me is my dad gave me a book from Jim Strain called Haycamp of the Black Hills, and it's about the early developmental era of Rapid City. You know, it's just cool that there's history, and the name was very fitting for a brewery, so we decided to call the brewery Haycamp and the namesake of Rapid City. The first thing people notice when they walk in is the large space with all the woodwork, and we have repurposed lots of wood from the Homestake mine and all sorts of places around the hills to really give that feel of the history of the Black Hills. But other things that make us unique are our beers. Of course, every brewery is going to say that. We have styles from light lagers all the way to barrel-aged imperial stouts, and we're even featuring 7 different sour beers right now. So if you're interested in something that's a little off of the beaten path of beer, but it's, has those beer qualities, might have more like fruit and wine-like characters, and that really opens up a lot of people's ideas about what beer is. I can name a few top beers. First of all, we've a few years ago started lagering, so our Czech Pilsner is extremely popular. That's a light, crisp, easy to drink lager. Whereas we also have a couple IPAs that are extremely popular. Our Cliché Hazy, which is a nice fruity, juicy IPA, or the Centennial Trail IPA, named after the Centennial Trail. Has more of a piney and like a resinous character, more like a typical IPA of the West Coast. Those would be some our Dinosaur is extremely popular too. We've kind of named it after the Dinosaur Hill, and it's a kettle sour, but you just get a real, speaking of wine flavors, like a grassy Sauvignon Blanc kind of a taste to a really crisp beer. It's really quite enjoyable all times of the year.
Then talk about the different events that you have, like trivia and that kind of thing.
Sure, we do several reoccurring events, but the most popular one the weekly event would be the trivia every Thursday night. Our hours for the winter are Monday through Friday, 3 to 9 p.m. And then Saturday we have noon until 9 p.m. and Sunday is noon until 6 p.m. And we also are featuring Old School Sliders. They are here full-time Wednesday through Saturday. They will have burgers. If they want any more information, our website contains all the information for either finding out about events in the tap room, more about distribution, say you want to see our beer on tap somewhere, or about booking private events, haycampbrewing.com, and there are pages linking both to our public schedule of events and to contact any of our employees.
All right, perfect. Thanks for your time today, Carl.
Thank you.
You bet.